Number 1. The 1981 Chevrolet Silverado C10, listed at $4,900 and located in Shallotte, North Carolina. Here's your chance to own a true square-body Chevy, a truck that has become one of the most recognizable and sought-after pickups in American history. This one's a little rough around the edges, but that's part of its charm. It's a running, driving short bed, ready to enjoy as is or transform into something truly special. Now, this C10 started life as a long bed, but the owner swapped it over to a short bed chassis. And here's the cool part. The original chassis still comes with a deal if you want to take it back to factory spec. Powering this truck is no ordinary small block. It's got a 403 Oldsmobile engine paired with a 400 transmission, pulled straight from a 1979 Firebird Trans Am. That makes it a little different, a little unexpected, and definitely something that stands out in the world of classic square bodies. It's equipped with a Champion aluminum radiator to keep things cool, and while the carburetor can be a little cold-natured, kicking back here and there, it settles down once the engine is warmed up. There's an exhaust leak from one manifold, and the oil pan has a small leak up front, but nothing that keeps it from being a driver. The owner says he just adds oil when needed, and he's been using it as a regular work commuter for years. When the chassis swap was done, a lot of important updates came with it. New front calipers and pads, rear brakes redone, rubber and some metal lines replaced, fresh cab bushings, new bed bolts, shocks, and even a gas tank. The rear sits on air shocks, and the tires, 275/60 R15 Cooper Cobras, are in great condition, giving this truck a solid stance. A 2-inch drop shackle in the rear adds just the right touch of lowered attitude without going overboard. The exterior? Well, it's curly spray painted to keep the look uniform, but it does need rocker panels replaced and some work on the lower bed sides. The seller even has another bed in better condition that can be included for the right price. Inside, the heater worked up until this past winter, then quit, and the AIC compressor is included but not installed. So there's room for improvement if you want modern comfort. This truck has been in the owner's hands for 4 to 5 years, and it's clear he's put care into keeping a driver. It's being offered cash only, with the possibility of trades for other classics, preferably GM. No motorcycles, no boats, and no lowball offers. At $4,900, what you're really getting here is a solid, drivable, short bed square body with personality. It may not be perfect, but it's a truck you can drive today, fix as you go, and truly make your own. The 1981 Chevrolet Silverado C10. Part project, part driver, and all classic square body charm. Number 2, the 1973 Dodge Ram 2500, listed at $7,000 and located in Smithland, Kentucky. Here's a truck you don't see every day. A 1973 Dodge W200 Power Wagon, a true 3/4 ton 4x4 survivor that's still out there working, running, and ready to play. This one is powered by a 318 small block paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, giving you that old-school Mopar toughness and a direct connection to the road that only a stick-shift truck can deliver. Driven just 50,000 miles, this Ram 2500 still has plenty of life left. The seller notes that everything works as it should, with just a couple of exceptions. The factory oil pressure gauge doesn't read correctly, so a separate gauge has been installed on the dash, and the speedometer isn't accurate. But aside from those quirks, it's a solid, dependable, and fun old truck. The body has been fully bed-lined, giving a rugged look and extra protection against the elements. It's the kind of upgrade that tells you this truck was built to last, not just sit in the garage. Add in the fact that it's a true survivor, and you're looking at a piece of Dodge truck history that's only getting harder to find. An HEI ignition kit is on the way, and the seller is either going to install it or include it with a sale, so you're set up for improved reliability right from the start. With its 3/4-ton chassis for wheel drive and classic power wagon heritage, this Dodge is built to handle trails, farm work, or just weekend cruising with equal ease. The title is clean and clear, and the truck is ready to go today. The seller is asking $7,000 cash, with trades only considered for other full-size classics, things like a Ford Bronco, Dodge Ram Charger, or Chevy K5 Blazer. So, whether you're a Mopar fan looking for a project with a strong foundation, or you just want a unique 4x4 that stands out from the sea of Fords and Chevys, the 73 Power Wagon checks all the boxes. It's tough, it's rare, and it's waiting for the next owner to enjoy. The 1973 Dodge Ram 2500, solid, simple, and pure old-school American 4x4 muscle. Number 3. The 1987 Ford F-250 Custom, listed at $9,500 and located in Denver, Pennsylvania. This is a solid slice of Ford truck history. A 1987 Ford F-250 Custom equipped with the legendary 6.9 IDI diesel engine and a 4-speed manual transmission. For those who know these trucks, the IDI is all about simple mechanical reliability, and paired with a stick shift, it gives you that old-school driving experience you just can't replicate with modern rigs. This particular truck shows 171,000 miles, which for a diesel of this era is just the beginning of its story. It runs and drives great, but the seller is up front. It's not perfect, and after nearly 4 decades on road, that's to be expected. The body is fairly clean overall, though there are a couple of rough spots on the bed fenders, some dents, and a few paint chips scattered here and there. Nothing major, just the kind of character that comes with a working truck that's been used, not hidden away. The tires still have plenty of tread left, but the rubber is showing some age with dry rot. The seller didn't worry much about it, but it's something a new owner might eventually want to address. When they bought it, the truck had been sitting for a while, so they put in a fresh starter, a new throttle cable, and a pair of newer batteries to get it back into reliable running condition. Climb inside, roll through the gears, and you'll quickly remember what makes these old diesels special. They're raw, mechanical, and built to last. The kind of truck that can haul, tow, or just cruise with that unmistakable diesel clatter under the hood. The asking price is $9,500 or best offer, and the seller is open to serious inquiries. For someone who appreciates the blend of durability and simplicity that Ford's IDI trucks are known for, this 87 F-250 Custom is a great candidate. Whether you want a reliable workhorse, a farm truck, or a foundation for a restoration project, it's ready for the job. The 1987 Ford F-250 Custom, a true diesel classic with plenty of life left and the kind of rugged charm you won't find in today's trucks. Number 4. The 1966 Ford F-250 Long Bed, listed at $16,800 and located in Tappan, New York. Here we have a beautiful example of Ford's heavy-duty workhorse from the 1960s, a 1966 Ford F-250 Long Bed that has clearly been cared for over the years. With just 65,000 miles on the odometer, this truck represents that sweet spot where vintage styling meets dependable usability. Finished in a warm tan exterior paired with a contrasting green interior, this F-250 carries a kind of classic charm that instantly transports you back to a time when trucks were built to be both rugged and straightforward. The long bed gives it practicality, ready for hauling, while the body lines showcase Ford's squared-off styling that has since become iconic among vintage truck enthusiasts. Under the hood, It runs on petrol, mated to a manual transmission that keeps the driving experience pure and engaging. There's no mistaking the connection you feel behind the wheel. Every shift, every press of the clutch. It's a reminder of an era before trucks became overly complicated. The seller describes as being in very good condition with a clear history, no significant damage, and no major problems. That kind of pedigree is rare to find in a vehicle that's nearly 60 years old. Many of these trucks lived hard-working lives and show heavy wear by now, but this one has been preserved and maintained with care. Step inside and you'll find that the green interior adds a unique period-correct touch. It's simple, functional, and just the way a truck of this era was meant to be. Everything about it speaks to authenticity. Not overdone, not over-modified, just a classic Ford presented in clean, usable condition. Priced at $16,800. It's not just an old truck. It's a piece of automotive history. For collectors, it's an opportunity to own a vintage Ford with originality and character. For drivers, it's a chance to enjoy a classic that's still capable of being used on the road today. The 1966 Ford F-150 long bed, a durable, well-preserved slice of Americana that's ready for its next chapter, whether that in a collection at car shows or simply cruising proudly down the road. Number 5. The 1978 Ford F-150 pickup, listed at $19,500 and located in Buford, Georgia. Here's a chance to own one of the most iconic Ford trucks of the late 1970s, a 1978 Ford F-150 that captures everything people love about classic American pickups. With just over 92,000 miles on the odometer, this truck is presented as a strong, reliable driver that's ready to hit the road. On the outside, the F-150 shows off those unmistakable late 70s body lines, squared edges, bold stance, and that vintage look that turns heads wherever it goes. The paint and body are described as being in excellent condition, making it stand out not only as a dependable driver, but also as a piece of automotive history that looks the part. Pop the hood, and you'll find an engine that runs strong with plenty of power, the kind of muscle you can feel the moment you press the gas. Paired with an automatic transmission that shifts smoothly, this truck isn't just about style. It's built to perform. Whether you're taking it out for a weekend cruise, using it as a dependable daily driver, or preserving it as a collector's piece, the drivetrain is solid and road-ready. The seller highlights some important features: a solid frame, a clean interior, and an overall package that represents Ford's reputation for durability. Inside, the cabin stays true to its roots, simple, functional, and comfortable enough to enjoy both short drives and long cruises. Everything about it is designed to remind you of an era when trucks were built tough, straightforward, and built to last. Located at Traffic Jams Motors in Buford, Georgia, this F-150 is offered for $19,500. It's being marketed as a serious truck for serious buyers, and given its condition, originality, and road-ready status, its price is both a collectible and a usable piece of classic American history. The 1978 Ford F-150 pickup, rugged, stylish, and timeless. Whether you want a vintage cruise to take to shows, a dependable classic to drive, or simply a head-turning Ford that represents the golden age of trucks, this one checks all the boxes. Number 6. The 1972 Ford F-150, listed at $19,700 and located in Cartersville, Georgia. Here we have a classic from the early 1970s, a 1972 Ford F-150 pickup truck that combines timeless styling with the durability Ford was known for in this era. With just over 58,000 miles on the odometer, this truck has lived a careful life and still presents itself as a dependable daily driver today. On the exterior, the truck wears fresh paint that brings its vintage lines back to life. Accompanying the new paint are several recent upgrades, including new door panels, a fresh set of lights, a replacement front bumper, new trim, a new headliner, and even a new steering wheel. All of these updates make the truck feel both refreshed and true to its original character. The bed has also been treated with a new liner, giving it durability and functionality for everyday use. Mechanically, the truck is equipped with an automatic transmission, making it simple and enjoyable to drive. It also has a newly installed carburetor, ensuring smoother performance and more reliable starts. While the truck runs and drives well, the seller notes a couple of areas needing attention. The air conditioning system is not functional, and the heater requires a new blower motor. Despite these minor issues, the F-150 remains a solid, roadworthy classic that can be driven regularly. Step inside, and you'll find a clean, refreshed interior that reflects the same attention to detail as the exterior. The updates give a crisp, tidy look, while still keeping the feel of a true early 70s Ford truck. The truck comes with bill of sale and current Georgia registration, making it ready for its next owner. Interestingly, the seller is also open to a possible trade, particularly for a Ford Bronco, which makes this listing appealing for enthusiasts looking to swap into something different without going through a traditional sale. Offered at $19,700, this 1972 Ford F-150 represents a great balance between classic style, updated components, and reliable drivability. Whether you're looking for a vintage daily driver, a weekend cruiser, or a classic truck to add to your collection, this one delivers both looks and performance. The 1972 Ford F-150, clean, updated, and ready to hit the road. Number 7. The 1964 Chevrolet C10, priced at $8,200 and located in Howell, Michigan. Here we have a true slice of American pickup truck history, a 1964 Chevrolet C10 stepside, a body style that had become a favorite among classic truck enthusiasts for its iconic design and practical charm. With just over 114,000 miles driven, this truck has lived a long life, but continues to hold strong, offering both drivability and character in equal measure. Under the hood, this Chevy is powered by its dependable inline-six engine, paired to a 3-speed manual transmission. It's the classic three-on-the-tree driving experience. Simple, raw, and full of character, the kind of setup that takes you back to the basics of motoring. For those who enjoy the hands-on, connected feel of an old-school manual gearbox, this truck delivers exactly that. The seller notes that it runs and drives, with recent attention given to the braking system. In fact, all 4 brakes were just replaced, an important update that adds confidence when taking this truck on the road. While it may not come with a list of flashy upgrades or modifications, its straightforward honesty is part of the appeal. It's a clean, classic C10 that's ready to be driven as is or taken further as a restoration project. The exterior presents the unmistakable styling of the 1960s Chevrolet pickups, particularly with the step-side bed design. This feature alone has made trucks like this increasingly sought after in the collector world. The step-sides, flared fenders, and squared-off bed give it a timeless look that stands out even today. Inside, the cabin is as simple and functional as you'd expect from a mid-60s workhorse. Nothing unnecessary, just the essentials: a steering wheel, 3 pedals, and a shifter. For many enthusiasts, this is exactly what makes driving classics like this such a pure and enjoyable experience. Priced at $8,200 firm, the seller makes it clear that lowball offers won't be entertained. This C10 is being offered at a fair market value, especially considering its condition, its originality, and the recent brake work that makes it road ready. If the listing is still up, then yes, the truck is still available. For anyone looking to step into the world of vintage trucks, the 1964 Chevrolet C10 stepside is an excellent choice. It's simple, it's reliable, and it carries the unmistakable charm of a bygone era of American pickups. Whether you're after a weekend cruiser, a solid base for a full restoration, or just a classic truck you can enjoy as is, this one deserves a close look. The 1964 Chevrolet C10, a timeless classic that's ready for its next chapter. Number 8. The 1988 Ford F-150 XLT Lariat, priced at $11,999, is located in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here we have a true late 80s classic, the 1988 Ford F-150 XLT Lariat. Under the hood, it carries Ford's 302 cubic inch 5.0-liter fuel-injected V8 engine, paired with an automatic transmission. What makes this truck even more appealing is the mileage. It shows only 79,798 original miles, an impressive figure for a workhorse of this era. This truck also comes with a clean Carfax, showing no accidents in its history, which add an extra layer of trust and confidence for the next owner. The XLT Lariat trim was a top-of-the-line model back in 1988, and it shows here. Power windows, smooth automatic shifting, and even working air conditioning. That's right, the AIC is fully functional, which is a rarity for many trucks of this vintage. The body retains its classic late 80s Ford styling, square lines, bold presence, and a design that has aged gracefully into a nostalgic reminder of when trucks were built tough but still comfortable. Inside, the cabin offers a clean, driver-focused experience, making it suitable not just as a collector's piece, but also as a weekend cruiser or even a daily driver. Overall, this 1988 Ford F-150 XLT Lariat is more than just a pickup. It's a well-preserved piece of Ford history, a reliable V8 powered machine, and a truck ready to continue turning heads for years to come. Number 9. The 1989 Ford F-250 Super Duty Lariat 4x4, priced at $12,500 and located in Colorado Springs. Here we got a true heavy-duty workhorse from the late 80s, the 1989 Ford F-250 Super Duty Lariat 4x4. Showing just 126,340 miles on the odometer. This truck is built to last and still has plenty of life left in it. Under the hood, it carries all the rugged strength Ford design into these F-Series trucks, and this one has already had some important work and upgrades done. The fuel tank and filter were replaced, ensuring a clean, reliable fuel system. It's also riding on new brakes and new tires, so stopping power and traction are already taken care of. Inside the cab, the details haven't been overlooked either. New door seals and electric window motors have both been replaced and are fully functional, meaning comfort and convenience come standard. Even the turbo has been rebuilt, giving this truck a fresh boost of performance. But that's not all. This F-250 comes with extras. Included is a fifth wheel attachment for a camper, making it ideal for towing and road trips. It also comes with a toolbox for added practicality, plus a couple of brand new spare parts and the original manuals. The Lariat trim adds a touch of comfort and style to the rugged 4x4 capability, making this truck equally at home on a work site, a backroad adventure, or hauling a camper across the country. All in all, this 1989 Ford F-250 Super Duty Lariat 4x4 is more than just a pickup. It's a reliable partner with upgrades already in place, extras included, and the proven durability that makes these classics so desirable. Number 10. The 1986 Chevrolet C10 4x4 Silverado pickup, listed for $16,900 and located on Vashon Island. Here's an incredibly clean and well-preserved piece of Chevy truck history. A 1986 Chevrolet C10 4x4 Silverado, often referred to as a heavy half-ton. With just 55,000 original miles and a full set of records since new, this truck is a kind of survivor that's getting harder and harder to find. This K10 spent most of its life in Utah, owned by a single family and always garage kept. The original owner was meticulous about maintenance, with all the service handled by a Chevrolet dealer in Utah. 2 years ago, the current owner purchased it and has continued to take great care of it. Other than a few lower panel scuffs and surface rust that were repainted, the truck still wears its original paint, a rare thing for a nearly 40-year-old pickup. Under the hood is a 305 V8 paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. And this Silverado package means it's loaded with all the factory options you want. Cruise control, power windows, power locks, tilt wheel, a factory cassette stereo with 4 speakers, front disc brakes, dual fuel tanks, rally wheels, and air conditioning updated to our 134 in 2024. The C may need a recharge, but everything remains unaltered in stock, just the way collectors love it. Of course, it's not without its age-related imperfections. The driver's seat shows some wear, the headliner is sagging a bit, and there are a couple cracks on the dashboard. But these are minor details compared to the overall originality and condition of this truck. The K10 has always been admired for its rugged build, and this example proves why. Unmodified, well documented, and showing fewer miles than most trucks half its age. Whether you're a collector, an enthusiast, or just someone looking for a dependable and iconic Chevy 4x4, this Silverado stands out as a true survivor. Number 11. The 1966 Ford F-150 Custom Cab Short Wheelbase, listed at $17,500 and located in Kingston. Here's a true piece of Ford pickup heritage. A 1966 Ford F-150 Custom Cab in rare, original condition that's sure to grab attention wherever it goes. With 129,829 miles on the odometer, this truck has been carefully preserved, not a full restoration, but in very presentable condition, and it drives every bit as good as it looks. The color combination alone makes it stand out. Turquoise paired with Wimbledon white, a classic two-tone finish that captures the spirit of the 1960s. Whether parked at a car show or cruising down Main Street, this F-150 draws looks and compliments from enthusiasts and casual onlookers alike. Under the hood, it's powered by a 352 cubic inch V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor, paired with Ford's reliable automatic cruise-o-matic transmission. It cranks right up without hesitation and runs strong, delivering that smooth yet rugged driving experience Ford trucks are known for. And with power steering and power drum brakes, it's easy to handle on the road, stopping and steering with confidence. What really sets this truck apart is its originality. This F-150 remains stock, unmolested, and true to its era. It hasn't been heavily modified, chopped up, or modernized. It's a survivor, the kind of truck that serious collectors appreciate because so few remain in this condition today. Inside and out, this custom cab carries itself with pride. The bright turquoise paint paired with the clean white top makes it pop, while the interior remains tidy and period correct. It's not just a showpiece, though. It's a truck you can enjoy driving, a piece of living history that still works as it should. At $17,500, this F-150 represents not only a chance to own a vintage Ford in great condition, but also an opportunity to preserve a slice of classic Americana. Trucks like this don't come around often, especially in such honest and well-kept form. Number 12. The 1977 Ford F-150 Explorer Edition, listed at $17,000 and located in Lilburn, Georgia. Here's a classic that's been given the time, care, and restoration it deserves. This 1977 Ford F-150 Explorer Edition, a short bed pickup that blends originality with a long list of thoughtful upgrades. With just about 100,000 miles on the odometer, this truck is more than a survivor. It's a well-sorted piece of vintage Ford history that's ready for the road. At first glance, the original paint still shines with authenticity, a testament to the truck's heritage. But underneath, it's been reimagined and modernized for reliability and performance. The original motor has been swapped out for a strong 5.8-liter V8, paired with an AOD overdrive transmission, giving this truck not only classic looks but also highway-ready drivability. To complete the look, the grille and headlights were swapped to a 1979 style, adding a subtle custom flair. The list of new parts and upgrades on this F-150 is extensive. A new intake, distributor, oil pump, water pump, 2-barrel carburetor, headers, and performance mufflers. Cooling is handled by a new aluminum radiator with an independent fan, and fueling is backed by a new gas tank and brake lines. For handling, both front and rear stabilizer bars have been added, improving stability without compromising its vintage ride. Step inside, and you'll find the cab fully refreshed with new upholstery, a chrome tilt column, new steering wheel, and a retro-style radio stereo. Weather stripping on the side windows is brand new, and even the windshield and seals, both front and back, have been replaced. Heating and air conditioning are fully operational, making this truck as comfortable as it is stylish. The F-150 rolls on a set of 15 by 10 universal wheels wrapped in 295/50 R15 tires, with plenty of life left in them. Underneath it all is a hard work of countless restoration hours, bringing together original charm and modern dependability in one sharp-looking classic. Offered at $17,000, this Explorer Edition is the kind of truck that shows just how good a classic Ford can be when properly restored. It's not just a pickup. It's the result of passion, detail, and dedication, now ready for its next chapter with a new owner. Number 13. The 1951 Ford F2 factory flatbed, listed at $19,500 and located in Bennington, Vermont. Here's a piece of classic Ford history that's been carefully restored and given a second life. This 1951 Ford F2 factory flatbed truck. At first glance, it's pure vintage charm, but underneath, it's been upgraded to deliver the reliability of a later generation. This F2 sits on a 1977 Ford F-250 chassis and running gear, giving a stronger foundation and drivability well beyond its original years. Powering it is a 400M motor paired with an automatic transmission, power steering, and power brakes. It's rear-wheel drive, and with that setup, it runs and drives great, ready to work, cruise, or show. The restoration was completed over a 2-year period, with attention to both looks and performance. The chassis and engine have been fully detailed, giving a clean, cared-for presentation under the skin. Every piece of glass, along with all seals, has been replaced with brand new, making the cab feel tight and fresh. This truck isn't just a display piece. It's been driven on and off through the summer, proving its reliability and roadworthiness. And unlike many classics, it comes with both a clean title and current registration, so it's ready to transfer straight to its next owner. For anyone looking for a vintage Ford that combines original 1950s looks with the mechanical dependability of the late 70s, this 1951 Ford F2 factory flatbed is a standout. Whether you see it as a collectible, a weekend hauler, or simply a conversation piece at any car meet, it carries a presence you won't find in modern trucks. Offered at $19,500, this restored F2 proves that the best classics are the ones built to be both admired and enjoyed. Number 14. The 1983 Ford Ranger XL, listed for $650, and located in Deming, New Mexico. Here's an early classic from Ford's compact pickup lineup, the 1983 Ford Ranger XL. This one comes with its fair share of quirks, but for the right buyer, it's an opportunity to bring a first-generation Ranger back to life without breaking the bank. It's showing just 81,122 miles on the odometer, and under the hood, it's powered by a 2.9-liter 4x4 setup. The motor runs well, proving there's still good heart in this truck. However, the automatic transmission has a leak, and at the moment, it won't go into gear due to the lack of fluid. It's a mechanical challenge, but one that could be addressed with the right attention. Now, here's the catch. This Ranger is being sold with no title. The seller had originally planned on restoring it, but the project stalled and interest was lost. That makes it a perfect pick for someone looking for a budget project truck, a parts donor, or even a base for an off-road build. Cosmetically, it carries the look of the early 80s Ranger, simple, squared off, and practical. And priced at just $650 or best offer, it's one of the most affordable ways to own a classic pickup project. For the right enthusiast, this 1983 Ford Ranger XL could either be a rewarding resurrection story or a great donor to keep another Ranger alive. It may not be turnkey ready, but it's a slice of Ford history waiting for someone with vision to decide its next chapter. Number 15. The 1979 Chevrolet 3500 regular cab long bed, listed at $4,500 and located in Maryville, Tennessee. Here's a workhorse from the late 70s, the 1979 Chevy C10 flatbed. Trucks like this were built for strength, utility, and durability, and this one still carries that same spirit more than 4 decades later. This Chevy has 126,666 miles showing, paired with a manual transmission that shifts smooth and confidently. At some point in its life, the truck received an upgrade under the hood with a newer 350 motor installed. The seller isn't sure about the mileage on a replacement engine, but it runs strong, fires right up without hesitation, and delivers the kind of reliability you expect from a small block Chevy. The truck isn't perfect. There are some rust spots and dents, signs of a long life of honest use. But overall, the body remains solid for its age, which is something you don't always find in a nearly 50-year-old work rig. The most notable feature is a home-built, all-steel flatbed. It gives this truck a rugged, no-nonsense appearance while adding a ton of practicality for hauling and heavy-duty work. It may not be a showpiece, but that's not what the C30 is about. This is a good, solid 1979 Chevrolet flatbed, ready for its next chapter, whether that's serving as a reliable work truck, a platform for restoration, or even a tough vintage hauler for someone who appreciates the raw strength of old-school GM engineering. At just $4,500, it's an affordable entry into classic heavy-duty ownership. And for the right buyer in Maryville, Tennessee, this Chevy C30 is a chance to put a vintage truck back to work the way it was meant to be,